Rounds and Thune are two of the top 5 senators in the United States Senate when it comes to spending money on charter flights. That according to a recent article published in Newsweek detailing the spending habits across the Senate. State House reporter Austin Goss spoke to the author and gives us a more detailed look at this issue.
In the last year, Senator Mike Rounds and John Thune combined to spend more than $400,000 in charter flight expenses. Both of them rank in the top 5 for charter flight spending among senators.
The public is always interested in how their senators and representatives in Congress are spending their money. And every 3 to 6 months, those entities put out a report on how they're spending taxpayer funds.
According to the report by Newsweek, Rounds alone spent about $380,000 over the course of the last year.
It shows that Senate has its privileges, especially when it comes to travel, because they're able to utilize charter flights a lot easier than their House counterparts. And these things add up. These expenses add up, and that's the problem that taxpayers have.
But the commute from Washington to Pierre has unique challenges for South Dakota's junior senator. The Pierre Regional Airport only offers one flight in and out many days of the week. Additionally, Rounds' office points to the funds it returned to taxpayers from his annual allowance. In the fiscal year 2022, Rounds returned more than $700,000, putting him amongst the top senators for doing so. In a statement, Rounds' office said in part that, quote, "There are no commercial flights leaving Pierre that allow Senator Rounds to keep his established Senate schedule." The only other state with both senators in the top 5 was New York. Newsweek's reporting details Senators Gillibrand and Schumer using taxpayer-funded charter flights to go to and from events that appeared like campaigning.
There is a real difference when you have the delegation from South Dakota flying to Washington, D.C. on a charter flight versus the delegation from New York, because not only do you have commercial flights that are more readily available from New York to Washington, D.C., you have trains, you have other modes of transportation that can be utilized. So it is different when you look at South Dakota versus New York.
Senator Thune is ranked in the bottom half of U.S. senators when it comes to returning money from his annual allowance. In a statement Friday, Thune's office said that he is always looking for the most effective and efficient way to meet with voters. In the Pierre newsroom, Austin Goss, Dakota News Now.